Cyclones in the Bay of Bengal, originating in the Bay of Bengal, is not a new phenomenon. It has been happening for years. And ever since the super cyclone of 1999, there has been an effort by the state governments of these states, especially states like Odisha and West Bengal, to try and minimize the impact and damage caused by cyclones. And there are three aspects to it. How do they do it? How have these governments, state governments, gain the expertise in managing cyclones? Because we've seen over the last few years, the number of people losing their lives due to these cyclones has been gradually decreasing. Though the target remains 0 casualties, this time around 2, several measures have been put in place to ensure that the impact of the cyclone is managed in an effective manner. Now, what are the 3 things that governments do? I'll go through them one by one. 1 is, of course, evacuation. 2 is cyclone shelters. And 3 is getting fishermen back from the sea to the safety of land. You can see, of course, as winds pick up, the first thing that governments do, these state governments do before a cyclone makes landfall, is evacuation. Evacuating people to safer areas so that these people who live sometimes in kacha homes or structures that are not very strong, so that they don't actually lose their homes or lose their lives, these people are evacuated to safer areas. What are these safer areas? Well, in rural areas, the main stay of these safe homes is, of course, what is called cyclone shelters. And these cyclone shelters have been built in all these districts wherever these cyclones make landfall. And the coastal areas all have now cyclone shelters. These cyclone shelters are specifically designed to withstand high-speed winds. But not only that, they have facilities for, providing food and drinking water. But one important thing that often many cyclone shelters have built into their design element is also the fact that they have space for livestock and cattle. Because sometimes people don't want to leave their homes. If they have livestock, they want to lose all that. They consider them like family. So to bring the livestock and cattle along, these cyclone shelters also have those facilities. Apart from that, they have facilities for children, making sure they have milk, etc. All of those facilities, drinking water, medicines, all of that is provided at these cyclone shelters. The third thing, apart from evacuation and cyclone shelters, is getting fishermen back to land, because that's something that the Coast Guard is also involved in. This happens through, these mechanisms that the Indian Coast Guard has. They send out ships to sea, they flash these messages so that fishermen are alerted way in advance. They don't venture out into sea, they don't lose their lives in these cyclonic storms, and they're all in the safety of land. So these are the measures that these state governments take, and they've had success with these measures. Gradually, we've seen in the last few years, like I said, the casualties due to cyclones have come down, and it is because these state governments have these plans and they are ready to tackle the impact of cyclones that come. And even as we now prepare for Cyclone Dana, as you see overcast skies and the winds slowly picking up, these measures have already been put in place in districts of Odisha and also districts of West Bengal to ensure, at least target, that the cyclones have 0 casualty. With camera person GD Shankar in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV. For more such videos that give you context beyond the news, do stay tuned to NDTV's YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon for notifications on such videos. Thank you for watching. Till then, stay tuned to NDTV.